everybody. Um, I hope your weekend is going well. Happy early Martin Luther King. Um, I did want to get on here because, as you know, I put up the short video where I said I was taking on the 25 book challenge for 2023 by Black women and Black non-binary authors. And one book I actually finished when I was going to see my mom was called A Small Place by Jamaica Kincaid. I heard about Jamaica Kincaid for years, years, and I mean since my years in college, um, at Spelman, and then later my time living in New York, and just people I come across, and I just never found the time. But she wrote an incredible short book called A Small Place, and some people might hear this and like, yeah, I've been read that. And I think it is one of the most clarifying, um, substantial pieces of written work in relation to colonization, and certainly something that can get your feet wet. And I listened to it read on Audible. And Audible I do enjoy because I get motion sickness when I'm traveling. One of the things I learned on the train is that if it's on a digital source or if you listen to it, it doesn't make me as nauseous as it would like a physical book. Anyway, it's less than 2 hours, but the way she talks about just the way, the islands is set up, and particularly Antigua is what she focuses on, the island where she grew up, and the way colonization has worked by the English, and we know throughout the world by European countries that have conquered brown nations, and the effect it has on education, the effect it has on the black psyche, and just things that she learned to name as she got older and got more education. The belief that somehow the colonial education, the white person in charge of it, was doing those black people a favor. And I've seen that play out in private school. Like the presumption that it must be better because it's not run by black people. And, the consequences I experience and other black people daily. And it just, I would definitely recommend it. And this is why the voices of black women are so important. And I say this also because even as somebody who graduated from Spelman with a degree in history, there was an element of me that even after 4 years of that was still very annoyed um, with the black feminist presence. Not because, well, yeah, I guess because I was young and there are things that you have to learn by taking African diaspora in the world. They don't force us to take Western Civ, and I was just kind of like, yeah, all right, whatever. And I like the Black History part of it, but I just felt like a lot of the young ladies who were majors in women's studies were annoying. I found a lot of them really annoying. And still looking back on it, they were annoying. But they were also, like the rest of us, getting into our majors for the first time, really kind of feeling ourselves. But the one thing I can say about education, and particularly a black college education, one reason why I just know it was the grace of God that allowed me to go to Spelman was because even with all of that, right, my resistance to it, when I got to a school like UCLA to work on my PhD, which was right after graduating from college at September, all the things that I needed were in my reserves. Even the things that I didn't understand why I was learning it. Okay, yeah, I know white people are racist. I went to white public schools. People call me the N-word. All the things you thought you knew but had to fight back against it, it was there. And so these kind of names that even I didn't take them up on at the time. And now having an appreciation, and I did have an appreciation for my education then because I mean I was a history major, right? You don't do that kind of thing if if you're not into it. But there were just certain things about, oh, whenever I would hear the feminists go on, because sometimes I was just like, y'all, just come up off of it. Like, just give me a break with it. Some of them just weren't nice. But anyway, I just say that to say, plant seeds for yourself. I'm on here to share what I've read. Plant seeds for, kids, because if you water them, trust me, they'll grow. Just like my professors planted seeds and watered them, and I'm grateful. And I was grateful then, but just not in the same way. And so anyway, A Small Place by Jamaica Kincaid. I suggest checking it out. Shout out to the Free Black Women's Library for even putting this challenge up. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.